Well, all right, we have a not quite finished product, but we're getting there. The transducer mount, which I have going through a hole I put in right there, but I've got to get a grommet for that hole, so we're going to take care of all the opening. All right, I got my Scotty rod holders, 2 each installed. I'm going to put 2 more back here. One, I was thinking in this area, but I may, I don't know yet, remove this piece and put them here. I don't know. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but that's basically my plan. So anyway, like I said, I've got the Scotty transducer mount routed into the hull. Transducer mount comes out here. Power wires come out here to my Lowrance. Still have my stand-up pull. It's not straight to me, but I don't know if I'll use it yet. Still waiting to see. My forward GoPro mount. Homemade mostly. I'd had to cut these rails on each side to move the Scotty mounts where I wanted them. So with that little extra piece I had left over on one of them, I put it here. Made my own mount for it, and I come up here for my GoPro mount. That's basically the gist of it. My anchor trolley. This is the Yak Attack lever lock anchor trolley. I can move it like all the others, and now I can lock it in whatever location I want, which I'm sure most of you people that already kayak fish know about all that stuff, but it's new to me. Swivel seat. And as you can see, I have power to my Elite 7. Yeah, it's a little big, but it's the only one I had, and as opposed to going out and spending a couple $100 on another one, use what you got. I had this on my previous boat, the pontoon boat I had, which I sold. The new owner did not want that or the 70-pound 24-volt trolling motor I had, so I still have both of those. I have purchased a 30-inch, 30-pound Minn Kota trolling motor to go on my Ascend, but I have not put it on yet. I'm still undecided on how I'm going to mount it. I really prefer to have it in the front. I really do. Most people put them in the back. I prefer the front, so I'm going to have to figure it out before I'm not just going to throw it on here and go, yay. I want to know exactly where I want to put it and how to install it. And that I will do. So for now, that's all the mods I've done. Most people turn this around, this hatch. I have not decided if I wish to or not yet. I may not. I'll find out probably tomorrow, because I plan on taking it out tomorrow and fishing. With no trolling motor, I've got to use my paddle, which you can see laying there. Hopefully the transducer mount will not be in my way. I might just have to reach out a little bit to avoid it. Otherwise I should be okay. But anyway, that's basically all for now. And oh well, let me show you this other part before I take off here. This is how I mounted the battery for the Lowrance. It is the pressure washer battery, a 10 ampere hour, 12 volt. As you can tell, looking at my hand, it's not very large. So it should do fine. From everything I've been hearing about people that use the small batteries like that, they say it does fine. If this is all I'm running on it, it should run all day without even blinking. So there you go. For right now, that's getting started. That gets me out there fishing anyway. Well, we're heading out to the lake. See if we can test out this kayak and maybe catch some fish. But I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out because it's rather windy today. It's enough that it's blowing my truck around. So I may get on the water, I may not. We'll see what it looks like when we get there. If it's too bad, I know another place that has a little more sheltered water. So if it's that bad up here, and I'm afraid it's going to be, then I'm going to go back the other way and go to another lake I know of that's got a lot more sheltered coves. So until then, let's see what's happening. Alright folks, here we are, Maiden Lake. It is still windy as crap, but we're going to come out here a little bit and see if I can't find somewhere with some fish showing up and maybe drop a line, some minnows and something, and see if I can't grab hold of a fish. Who knows? We'll see. Watching my finder, seeing what scrolls across. Right now it just looks like trash in the water. That looks like it could be some fish, a little group of fish. Over maybe a little pot of shad, something down there, about 20 feet. Might drop me an anchor in here and see what I can do. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Let's go this way just a little. Yeah, I'm not very far out from shore. Again, I'm not 100% confident in the kayak yet. Even though I used to do a lot of whitewater boating, it's kind of different now. So, I'm gonna kind of get an idea what's what before I jump into this thing and really jump on out there. I gotta get comfortable in it. Right now it seems relatively calm, but I had a gust of wind turn me plumb sideways and hard a while ago. So again, I'm just trying to not get far from land yet. That's the boat ramp, so I've just put in. Looks like there's a substantial amount of fish down there. I can't really tell what's what, but he's just right down there from my paddle, because I've got the transducer right here. That could be a pot of fish. That could be some shad pinned down right there about 20 feet. And I'd lean towards that possibly it. Alright, let's just drop an anchor and play here for a little bit and see what happens. Well, no luck so far. Tried another place. Now I'm kind of easing somewhere else. Basically, I've got a couple of minnows out. I'm trying to see if I can get some crappie, some white perch maybe. Something to bite them anyway. So far, no takers. Well, after lots of fishing and lots of trying, going through a bunch of minnows, well, not really, I didn't go through that many because they're not biting. I have had 0 hits, 0 bites on stink bait, on minnows, or on worms. Tried them all. Different depths, holes, cover, structure. I'm just flat out of ideas, so I went to exploring. I'm just kind of cruising around here, taking a look-see in the shallows and looking at the bottom and structure and different things. Since I am out here, kind of get used to paddling around. With a water temperature of 43, 44 degrees, there's nothing gonna be that shallow, I don't believe. I'd be surprised if anything was swimming up here this shallow. Be very surprised about it. But that being said, I'm sure I could have found some better places to fish and got on some fish, but it's just, it doesn't look it nor sound it right where I'm at. But you get out about another 100 feet, man, that wind's cooking. It's not enough to cause whitecaps yet, but you know, with me, that one anchor and the wind's swirling, it's changing directions constantly, so I can't seem to get the boat to settle down. I tried anchoring and it just swung me around and around and it'd blow me tight on the anchor, then pull me off of the anchor, not off of it, but back to it, and then turn me around, and it just got aggravating. And I don't have a drift sock with me, so any ideas of drifting is out. And I don't have any catfish bait other than that one stink bait, and so that's no good. And I don't have my net to throw. Didn't really come 100% prepared like I should have, and like I usually do, but I was more curious about the boat, and it's not too bad. I haven't really tried standing in it yet. I might try it here where it's only a foot or two deep. At least if I fall, all I can do is grab the boat and pull it to the edge and climb back in. Well, I guess nothing from nothing leaves nothing. They say it's rock stable, so let's find out. It's got a leash to pull myself up with, but I've got it tucked somewhere here. And I believe I found it. Yep, there it is. It's under my tackle box. There we go. Alright, well, let's just see. Get my footing. Well, yeah, I mean, my feet ain't real far apart, but I heard, that's spooky. Alright, well, that's not too awful bad. Obviously, you can tell from the rods dancing around, I'm not real stable. Surprisingly, the boat's not bad. I would definitely want to just find a calm day and just practice this for a while. Because it is definitely disconcerting. But nonetheless, here I am. Somebody said if you weight one leg and just use the other one kind of to keep it from rolling over much. I don't know. Again, you have to get used to it. But you can see further. Of course, it's, you know, just like being on a bass boat or anything else, standing on the deck of the bass boat. I mean, you can see about the same with it. Like that tire right there. Can't help but wonder if somebody got that there for a marker. Why else would it be stood up so pretty? Of course, I did see a tire floating out here one day after some bad rains and a lot of flooding, and well, not flooding, but they were really dumping the water through. Don't know if I'd be comfortable enough to stand up to try and pull a heavy catfish on board. I'd have to do that sitting down. Once it gets warmer though, I could see coming up in here and maybe picking up some bait, some bluegill or something like that. I can't pull my paddle up no higher. I've got it leashed. Yeah, pay attention. Lose my balance. Fall down, go boom. Actually go splash. We don't feel like going splash today in 44-degree water. It looks like I'm coming up to some windy areas, so I guess I'll sit back down and paddle my way back to the ramp. I have done no good today fishing. It's been a lousy day. So, with that being said, let's sit down and get to moving. Alright, well there we go. Figure if I stay close to the edge, I don't get into the wind too much and I don't get blown all over the place too awful bad. Because I know once that breeze gets hold of you, it takes you. Found that out. I was way on out earlier. I wasn't paying attention and the breeze just pushed me on out there. I like never got past the breeze and back in. That wasn't a breeze, it was wind. Anyway, this is Maiden Lake. Over there where those houses are, that is Gar Creek. And you can get shad up in Gar Creek. And to the left, right over there around that point, that way there's a cove that cuts way back. I've got some good amounts of shad back in there. I haven't been there today because I'd had to cross the lake to get over there, and I don't really know if I want to tackle that. And then battle. Well, crossing the lake wouldn't be too bad. I could just stop paddling and the wind would blow me over there. It'd be the getting back part that would be a pain. And again, like I said, don't have a net, so what good would it do me? Don't even know if I could throw a net in here. Again, more stuff I need to practice and learn. I guess I could throw it sitting down. I'd have to set the rod holders off and the rods and my rod holder in the back. Alright, so for now, that's it. Can't say I haven't done it, tried it. It's not too bad. If there was no wind, it wouldn't be bad at all. I think I'll try to save a lot of this kayak stuff to when there's little to no wind. These real windy days are insane. It's actually settled down a little bit right now. But now that I've said that, it'll probably pick up. So, I'm gonna jump off here. Not off the boat, but off of the camera. And paddle my way back to the ramp.